This is Curly Mature Worldy. And basically, I've been looking at hair breakage, and I used Olaplex, and I did think that it did stop some breakage, but on reflection, I don't think it did. But what's happened recently is I bought some sort of cheapish biotin and collagen OGX conditioner, and this is really helping my breakage. So I'm using this in combination with Miel Babasu Oil Mint Deep Conditioner. And these two products, I guarantee, will stop your breakage by 50%. I'm really happy with it. So I'm going to continue using this combination. And for my hair, I just use the Camille Rose Curl Maker. And sometimes I add some olive oil to it. Now, I'm going on a bit of a hair journey where I am trying to grow out my grey hair. So as I pull back my hair, you can see that I am going grey. And I believe, because I've been dyeing, it's only in the front, most of the back is pretty dark. So it's only in the front, and it's concentrated in this area and this area. So I've been dyeing and dyeing the front of this area sort of every 2 weeks, and it's just getting to the point where I believe that I need to stop dyeing it, and that's probably causing part of the breakage. Otherwise, I think my hair's quite healthy. I've got banging curls, and it's growing, and I think this area is a bit thinner, obviously, because a lot of hair is missing from here and here, and this is growing back. Since I've stopped dyeing, it's growing back quite thick and quite strong. So I believe, in 6 months, I'll have some length there. And the aim is to basically grow my hair long. I've basically had hair up to hair in plaits, or maybe a bit longer actually. But my hair length is way down here. And the shrinkage, oh my God. And, it stretches out quite long here. And the shrinkage. I've just this morning cut the fringe, because I thought if I have more of a fringe, it will hide the sides. So that's what I did this morning. And, it's quite long. And so I'm just really pleased that a couple of days ago, I went to the gym and the sauna, did a deep conditioning with these two products. And when I washed it out, the hair that came out was minimum. Usually I get kind of 2 tablespoons of a compact ball of hair. And so it's quite distressing. And as I'm aging, I'm thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen in 5 years' time? But I believe with good conditioning, and I've been watching lots of YouTube videos, etc. And the deep conditioning seems to be what everyone's on about in terms of combating damage, etc. I mean, I think for a long time, people with afro hair haven't had the right products, and most of the products have been grease, petroleum base, which just seals the hair and water doesn't penetrate. I always used to use a lot of water actually, because I've been doing wash and goes when I was 16. I'm now hitting 53. So it's not new to me. So all the YouTube, when I look at a lot of YouTube videos, I done that 20 years ago, so it's nothing new to me. And I know how to make my hair grow, basically keeping it moist, and lots of conditioning. I was doing co-washes ages ago, and So it's just maintain your hair. But I would say in the last 10 years or so, I hardly did anything with my hair. I'd have a haircut every 6 months, possibly. No, probably more than that actually, because I love cutting my hair. Hence, I don't grow my hair. When it gets to my shoulder, like this length, it becomes irritating because it's always hitting my shoulders. I can feel the weight of it, even though my hair's quite light. So it's an experiment to grow it longer. I had this thing where I thought when I get to 40, I'd have these long dreadlocks. I did have dreadlocks. I did keep that promise to myself, and I had dreadlocks. But when they got down to here, I just found they were so heavy on my head. And I just couldn't take it. And another thing, as I've got older, hence I do wash and goes. This is how I wear my hair all the time, because I noticed that if I put my hair up, and I like putting my hair up and doing styles, etc. But I noticed that when I put my hair up, after about 15 minutes, I start getting headaches. It just really, and sometimes I forget it's because I put my hair up, but I'll get these intense headaches, and it's almost like my hair doesn't want to be, trapped in any way, like going to bed at night wearing a silk headscarf. I try to do that, but I feel the pressure around my head when I tie the headscarf. So what I've done is just had a silk pillowcase, and that's nice because when I don't sleep with when I put a silk scarf on, it really flattens my hair, and the curls just flatten, and I get length, but it's just flat. So with the pillowcase, my curls start popping. It's like they're popping overnight. However, the hair gets drier, and as my hair gets drier, although the curls are looking nice and thick and popping, the hair is getting brittler. So, you're supposed to keep your hair moist. So although the look looks great, then I think that's why I've had a lot of breakage as well, because I leave my hair to get drier and drier and not sleep with a headscarf or anything, because the curls just come out like they're free. They just come out. But the lack of moisture causes the breakage. So I have to compromise, have sort of flatter hair. It is curly, but it doesn't look as thick. So it's like a compromise is having flatter hair and, a bit of curl, but not, usually I like it more of a free spirit type hairstyle. But anyway, this is it. So what I wanted to just say is that these two products will decrease your breakage by 50%. I think this product alone will really help, and I did get a lot of shedding. And if you've got hair like mine, I think it's a 3C, you will kind of experience a lot less shedding. So give it a go. In the UK, I think this is like possibly $5.99, but they're always on offer in Superdrug and Boots. So sometimes you get two for the price of one or whatever. So you can get good deals on this, and it really, really does help. So if you're getting breakage and you're on a budget, just get this one. If you can afford a bit more, get this one. This one was like sort of $12.99, which is quite pricey. I've used it twice, and I would say it's like a fifth of the jar. So I'll probably get 4 more goes out of this. It's quite a nice texture. It's very minty, and yeah, I think this is helping immensely. So if you can afford both of them, get both of them. If you're on a cheaper budget, just get this one. And I would recommend olive oil. Organic, cold-pressed olive oil is good for just kind of sealing and moisturising your hair. And also what I find is you can put a lot of olive oil in your hair and it doesn't feel like greasy. You know, some oils are like castor oil, for instance, sticky and greasy. Olive oil, you can kind of use a lot and it still doesn't feel that greasy. So, yeah, so this is my journey. And another thing you need to do is start eating clean. I've recently become a vegan, well, almost, I would say 95% vegan. Some things, you know, reading all the labels, etc., you can always find some sort of animal product in there. But my thing at the moment is eating green. Lots of green, colourful vegetables. I'm kind of trying to decrease on the rice and the pasta and stuff like that. And just eat lots of like sweet potatoes, chia seeds, lots of seeds, nuts, etc. But lots of fresh vegetables, mushrooms, greens, kale, that kind of thing. And just simply doing stir fries. So clean eating, get your good conditioners, keep your hair moisturised, and for the older ladies, possibly have a break. You don't have to go grey. I'm going to see how I go. I might not stick to it, to be honest. But I'm just thinking that the chemicals from the dye are probably quite intense. And I think I need to give my hair a break. Also, people are saying, oh, so why don't you use henna, etc. And I've watched lots of YouTube videos. I went into sort of Lush to look at their henna products to see whether I wanted to do it, but it just sounds so messy. And I've been going on Pinterest and looking at some of the ladies who've let their hair go grey, etc. And because it's quite fashionable at the moment, I think it's a good time for me to just embrace my greyness and go with it. And I think it's more important to try and stay fit and eat well and exercise. Exercise is key, and consistency with exercise is key, which is something I'm trying to learn at the moment. Well, not learn, I know what I should be doing. Most people know what they should be doing, but it's just keeping it up and being consistent.